What is up, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Got another awesome little install for you guys. I'm going to be doing the high volume intake from PRL. That guy right there. It is awesome. I'm going to show you guys how to do the whole process, how to take out the OEM one. This can be a little complicated if you don't know exactly where you're going through and what you're going to be doing. I've done a lot of research online. This is my first time doing it, but I've done a lot of research. I have taken the OEM one out once before, if you saw my last video, to do the PRL charge pipes, which are right there. As you can see, that did require me to take out the OEM intake, so I do know how to do that. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna be taking this whole thing off, this hose here with clamps, because this is gonna stay and get reused, but this one's getting switched out with the PRL one, and so is this section, which is this guy right here. As you can tell, this guy's gonna be replacing this one. Hook up to the top right there, and then this one right here, this one's gonna be basically going right here on this spot to replace this hose. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. It's pretty easy to take off. You got two 10mm right here. You gotta take those two guys off. Then there's one right down there. Gonna need a pretty long extension to get to that one, and then one more 10mm right here under the battery cables, that guy right there. Once those four are off, we'll work on getting the hose off. Take these clamps off. This is either a, let me see if it'll focus, it's either a Phillips head screwdriver or a 5.5mm socket, which I don't have, so I'm going to be using the Phillips head. Same thing on this clamp and these two clamps. And of course you want to unplug your sensor, and I'll show you guys this in a second here. I'm just gonna go through it, try to record as I go. Go ahead and unplug this guy. Or actually, I think this, yeah, just use my finger. Push that clip back to pull this out. Let's get this out the way for now. Alright, got the hoses here loosened up. So, should go ahead, pull it right off. There we go. Come on. I didn't take it off of this side here when I did the intake, because it popped off easily on the other end. There we go. A little wiggle wiggle. Set that off to the side. I'm just gonna let this hang here. Don't need to undo any of that, because this is getting reused, like I said. Let's work on prying this guy off. Alright, man, this thing was really on there. So I don't know if I probably could have tried to spray some WD-40 or something in here to make it a little bit more loose, but do whatever you can. Just be careful. Don't want to break it, of course, but slide it right off. And I just got to get the 210s, or the 410s, I should say. Let's get this guy right here. One, two. Now we're not going to reuse those, because PRL does give you some nice ones that I'll show you in a bit, but still, you know, keep them, don't lose them. Well, let's get the one down there, the one down there, and the one back here. Just kind of stay in spot. You can pull them out if you want, but not necessary. You don't have to worry about it falling. There we go. A little bit. That was out. So without doing anything else, I should be able to grab this whole box and pull it out of its place. But first, I actually just remembered these two cables for the power are attached to the box, so we got to unclip those from the back side as best as you can. Let's see if I can do it with my finger. Yep, that one popped right off. And then there's one on this side. And there we go. And this one popped right off too. So once you pop those two off those sides there, so I can move them, then we can pull the whole box out. I'm just gonna grab it from down here and right here, and just pull straight up. And there we go. The whole box is out. Do need to reuse this. There we go. Oh no, my glove. This thing slides out the bottom. Let me take it out. And then there's one on the back. That's the same thing. Push it down. And then take the little rubber out. And of course, I'm gonna do that later, but we're gonna need the sensor, of course. And these two are the same from what I can tell. So I'm not gonna worry about mixing and matching them. Alright, so now the next thing we gotta do is that bracket right down there. We gotta remove that. This guy here. So it's a 10mm right there. So I'm gonna go ahead again, my long extension. Alright. Go ahead, pull that 10 out. We get a new one from PRL, so we're not gonna need this one, so you wanna just save it. Put it off to the side somewhere that you're not gonna forget. Now there's these cables on here we gotta unplug. So looks like this one here, this gray one, we just squeeze it here and pull it. Alright, that one, as you can see, unplugged pretty easily. I do gotta move the ECU. I'm going to undo probably this 10 right here. Yep. Take that one out. Put that there. And then there's one more that holds this whole thing. And there's that guy down there. I don't know if you can see it, but there we go. Grab that guy. This one's smaller, so you know which one goes where. Alright, so I thought this 10 would move the ECU, but apparently there's not one back there. Alright, so put this bolt back on, took this one off. This is the one you want to move. This one up here, sorry. This is the one you want to move. That way the ECU can go out a little bit more to the side. Down here, I already unclipped this gray one, as you saw. Now this other part of the gray, you need to just slide it towards, push the bracket in towards the driver's side, and the gray plug towards the passenger side. So just get it from the back and just push them in against each other basically, and there you go, and they slide out. Now for this big one back here, yeah, that guy, I hope you can see it. Push that back and then pull up at the same time, and there it'll unclip and release the bracket. So it was stuck on here. So pull the clip back to get it out of the hole and then slide straight up. Now that's all the removal that we got to do here. Now it's time to put the new PRL stuff in, and we'll start down there with the cold air induction, which is this guy here. Pretty cool little thing here. This is gonna act as that bracket that we just took off. This does not come on here, you do gotta screw it on there. So take it out of the little baggie, put it on here, screw it on nice and tight, just get it straight. For this guy here, we're gonna be using a new bolt that PRL gives us, which is the one that's long in here in the little baggie. So Get that long piece. This one's gonna go like that, just like that. And this thing with this whole screw or bolt is gonna go down onto the frame of the car. Same bolt where we took that bracket off of, because this basically replaces that bracket. All right, so I didn't think I was gonna have to unplug the ECU, but it looks like I'm going to, because this guy's a little too thick the way it is now to get it down under, because it sits like this but under the ECU, and I'm just trying to feed it this way and it doesn't fit. It's too fat. I'm trying to go this way, it's also a little bit too fat, so I'm gonna go ahead and unplug the ECU from here so I can move it more out the way and have all the space that I need. But before that, I'm gonna unplug the negative terminal on the battery, just in case. Don't want anything going wrong. All right, so I unplug the battery. ECU comes off easily. Take the cap off. I'm only gonna unplug this side because I just need to move it a little bit to the side here. So this is simple. You just pull up on it like that. Okay, there we go. Get this handle all the way forward and then just lift right up. It's that simple. Now I should have the space I need. Okay, so a little bit of finessing, moving the cables around. There we go. Got that guy over. Just be careful, you know, get the cables over, the whole ECU over to the side. Let's bring this rubber up over. Alright, now I just gotta find the hole that the bolt goes through for the PRL piece there. So again, get the long one that PRL gives you. You can kind of see the hole through it, so just line it up. Just bring it in by hand. Yeah, I can feel it going in. So there we go. That part I'm gonna feel more comfortable if I tighten it by hand. I don't want to break the plastic on the PRL. There we go. Push it down. Nice little clip sound. Now this guy, the gray one, just plug it back in. And then that one's just kind of gonna hang out there. And go ahead, plug in, put the bolts back on for the ECU bracket. Got the one up here. That was there, nice and snug. Go ahead and put the other one in before fully tightening it down. There we go. It's nice and aligned. And these don't need to be crazy tight, of course. There we go. Just tighten it by hand. Now we can plug this guy back in very carefully. Just grab it, get it to go down in there straight. Push down on it a little bit, not much. Let's get this rubber seal back in place now. This guy, you just kind of want to hold it there, no pressure, no real pressure really, because once you flip this back towards you, that will lock it into place for you, and that's it. Make sure the rubber seal's back on there nicely. And there we go. Some would say the hard part is done. Put that cap back on there. Now the next step is gonna be, we're supposed to undo this plastic piece off of here. PRL does give you a wire loom. Alright guys, so I got the plastic taken off the cable here. Got the wire loom put on, got it all taped up with electrical tape, so we're good to go. Got that there, put it off to the side. Now the next thing is going to be to put the PRL airbox in here finally, and that's going to be this big old dude. Now what we got to try to do here is the snorkel that's down there has to go in here at the bottom. We'll be able to see it through there a little bit, so we just gotta line it, get it on there, and then push it down. I do have this assembled already. The way this usually comes in the box is the housing here and the filter and the hoses and everything are thrown inside the box, and you gotta open up the box from here, take everything out, put the filter, attach it with this clamp that it comes with, attach it to the housing here, and then attach the housing to the box with this guy here, the washers, the cool black washers in the middle screws or bolts, whatever you want to call it. Put that on there, and then you close your lid back up, put the screws that are on there. You don't want to be taking them on and off a lot because they do come with thread locker, which is nice, already pre-applied. So but first I'm gonna go ahead and move over, where is it, back here, that guy. So let's do that real quick. The rubber here, there we go. Metal piece from the bottom up, and then that's good to go. We'll be able to put this from the top and bolt down to the bracket. And then on the front, let's see, the bottom of this, the OEM airbox, we need this guy here. So I'll pull this out. And it's gonna go down here at the bottom of this one. And that's gonna be it. So that means the PRL one is gonna be held in with this rubber grommet, which is gonna end up going in here. And I guess it's just not gonna use the screw on the side, the bolt, just the rubber grommet to hold it in the front. You're gonna still use the two 10 mils on the top, so that'll hold it in place nicely. And then the back one we just put on. So that means this one, this set here, we're not gonna use. All right, so it took a little bit of wiggling, but I got it in there. What you want to do is make sure that that guy's aligned. I was sticking my hand in through back here to grab on through the snorkel that's in there. I don't know if you guys probably can't see, it's kind of dark in there. But I was putting my hand in through the inside down there, the bottom, to kind of move the snorkel up into its place. And then just pushed it down into the snorkel. Made sure that guy was pushed in. Got these two bolts aligned. As long as these two bolts align, you're good. But at the same time, you gotta watch the back here and make sure that that is where it's supposed to be, because you gotta bolt that into place as well. But it seems to be there now, so should be good to go. Let me see, I still don't know what I'm gonna do with this guy. They were saying to go underneath it, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so I feel it through the bottom on the other side. I'm just gonna push it down, feed it over there. Alright, I didn't think this was gonna reach, and it does not, but you just gotta undo it from this clip here. So just push that clip in, and then I just gave myself more slack. There we go. Now this will plug in here nicely. So we'll leave that there. Alright, so now it's time to put the PRL hoses on. This one right here can only go one way because one side is smaller than the other. The bigger side's gonna go to the inlet pipe. So it's gonna go curved like this. Bigger side on the inlet pipe, smaller side on the plastic pipe. Now we got 4 clamps here, and they're all, well, 2 of them are the same size, 70 by 90. Then we got an 80 by 100 and an 80 by 100. So 2 big ones are gonna go on the outer ends, 2 small ones are gonna go on the inside. So inlet pipe side is bigger, so the inlet pipe is gonna take the 80 by 100. I want to just set this on here now. And then the smaller side is going to take the 70 by 90. And this is a 7mm. And then of course, don't forget the small one. That one's got to go there as well. See, I'm actually gonna put these like this. Yeah, that'll be better. Put these up like this. That way the little one can go straight up as well. Alright, so we're gonna wanna get the small part in first, it looks like. And then get it onto the inlet pipe. Now you can feel this all the way around, make sure it's in all the way. Alright, I'm gonna push this side in. Alright guys, got the hose put in, got the clamps put on. That's how I did it. PRL faces a little bit that way, but that's okay. Got it all buttoned up, everything's tightened down. Got these 2 back on here and the one in the back. Got it all tightened up. Well, the last part here is the airflow sensor. Definitely want to be careful with this. On the OEM one, I already took it off, but it's on there with some Phillips heads. And this is a very fragile metal, I guess you could say, so they're easy to strip. So get the right size on there, don't get one too small, because you will strip it for sure. Make sure you get the right size on there, which is a size 2. If you know about the sizes of these guys, you want a size 2 Phillips head. So, and you want to push on there real hard, push down real hard, and then twist a little bit. Just go very slow. Once it pops off of place, like once you get the initial little pop, you'll hear a little, literally hear a little pop. Then you can start unthreading it easily. But we're gonna take this guy out. I'm gonna put this into the new one right here, nice and snug. Push down on it. Now PRL does give you a new set of little bolts to use for there, which I'm gonna 100% use. I think are a lot better because these guys are they're Allen heads. So the Allen head is definitely a lot better to have. This is way harder to strip, so use these for sure. Don't use the OEM ones. That's why I put the OEM ones back on here, because we won't be using those. Use the nice Allen head ones that PRL provides for you. Gonna put that on, plug it in, and then I gotta take this rubber piece off of here still. And we're gonna be transferring that to here. That's why it's got all these little holes. So I'm gonna go ahead, tighten that down, plug it in, put the little hose on, and we're all set. Alright guys, gonna make this quick because battery's about to die. Got it in there, all buttoned up. Awesome. Very excited about this. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up, guys. Until next time, guys, take care, have a great day. And here we go, let's see if I can get a sound clip in. and that sounded real good. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care, have a good one.